You've gotten in trouble. You may be scared or confused, and now you're on probation. You're not the first kid to be put on probation. And if you let it, probation will help you.
Well, my name is Decoy Doster.
My name is Alyssa Davidson.
Laquan Boland.
My name is Joseph Lepper.
My name is Dejan Shannon.
My name is Joshua. I started to get into trouble because just my rebellious side when I was younger.
I started getting in trouble at the age of 13.
I got in trouble, got mad, angry, had anger issues.
And I started getting in trouble because of the group of friends I was hanging around.
I was doing my own thing. I didn't care what my parents said or nothing. I was going to go out and do whatever I wanted to do. I'd leave for days at a time and wouldn't come back until I wanted to.
Basically, I got into an altercation with another guy.
Dad started yelling at me, so I got mad at him, threw a chair at him.
Robbery and dealing and just a little bit, shenanigans and stuff like that, drug use.
I stole a car.
I had two counts of cyber stalking.
I was arrested on September of this year for grand theft auto.
From armed robbery to burglary to alcohol possession of a minor.
So I was charged with grand theft.
I was immediately put on juvenile probation, which I was on until I turned 18.
I felt bad, and I never wanted to be in the DJJ system. I never thought in my life I would be like that. And before I know, that was my life.
Court basically put me on probation and gave me a set of programs that I would have to complete.
I met Miss Liz, and she was my probation officer down here. It started off okay, somewhat. I was still getting in trouble here and there throughout drug court. I guess I hadn't fully come to the conclusion of not getting in trouble, so I was still getting in trouble inside of drug court.
It scared me, but after a while, the coping mechanism that I was using, which was not to care about anything, kicked in, and I think that's what made it worse, but that's how I was feeling afterwards.
Throughout that time, I got in a bunch of different little incidences where I could have got off of probation, but unfortunately, I did things to get me put back on.
At first, I just continued to do my own thing.
My attitude towards the whole thing, I wasn't with it. Honestly, I didn't too much care for it. I had a I don't care attitude. I didn't care about what was going on in my life at the time. I was just going through so much that I was overwhelmed. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care where I may have ended up.
Throughout all of that, I was kicked out of a bunch of different schools to the point where I wasn't even able to graduate from high school. I actually had to go get my GED at, I believe that was 2009. I was still in the process of being on probation.
But then I finally realized that the more I mess up, the further into the system I'm going to get into. So I decided it was time to straighten the arrow and get on the right path to do what I need to do to get off probation.
They told me I had community hours to do, and around the time they was doing a fundraiser for the schools, you buy supplies and you get volunteer hours, and I had to do 75 volunteer hours.
Had to serve 80 hours of community service.
I had to complete an anger management course at an anger management institution. And then I was mandated to go to the River Phoenix Center for Peace Building and complete the communication and self-esteem course.
I went and worked at my granddad's and stuff, worked that off, and then went to a store right down the road, a thrift store, and helped there a lot during the summer.
My mother would have killed me if I violated my probation.
At first getting on probation, it's gonna suck.
At first, me and my case manager really didn't get along.
If you can just accept the fact that you're on probation, go ahead and do what the court has told you to do.
But I learned that I'm always gonna deal with people I don't want to in this world, but I just suck it up and I put a good face on and I deal with what I have to do.
As you're doing that, you will begin to find yourself as far as, discipline goes, and as far as taking a whole new different approach to life.
What I learned from probation was honestly, it gave me a mentality to think before I react. That's really the main thing that I had a problem with, and that's the main thing that I got from it. Was thinking before I do, specific things, because if I don't, then I'm the kind of person that acts on impulse and just goes with it. And my probation actually helped me with that through therapy and stuff like that.
Well, a lot of us, when we get on probation at a young age, we do not accept responsibility and we blame it on others. Well, if you accept responsibility, it helps things go along a little bit easier and you see things in a different way. And it helps you grow up, because it really did help me.
It taught me what I needed to do to stay straight, and it gave me the things I needed to be able to do that. All the information, the skills that they helped me with, the things that they set me up with that would help me better.
If you do want a normal, successful life as a normal person, then I would listen to these probation officers.
Do what you have to do to get off. Don't worry about anybody else, just worry about you.
Listen to what their PO's saying. They're in that position for a reason, and it's all for the better.
Get to the point where you don't even need probation.
Sometimes the consequences are the best thing that are there. They help you get on the straight and narrow and realize the world and see how it really is.
It's not hard. You just got to do the right thing. You have something telling you to do wrong, and you have something telling you to do right. Listen to the thing that's telling you to do right.